So you want to do a love spell. It is my experience that most people's spells do work in some fashion. I actually think that all spells work in some way. They may not work the way that you expect them to or want them to, but spells tend to work. Even people who are, even for beginners. And a lot of people begin with doing love spells, either a breakup spell with, or, a spell to get your ex back, or a spell to attract a romantic partner. And some people debate the ethics of love spells. Some practitioners and spiritualists are totally against love spells. Some, exclusively deal with love spells. But I'm not here to debate the morality of a love spell. It's, people are going to do what they're going to do. So, but what I want to say about the love spells is that it's a good idea to know what you want before you do a love spell, and to be sure that you are ready for the love that you are trying to bring into your life. You want to be sure that you're ready for it, because the thing about love spells is that they can work, right? But you may not be ready for what you asked for. You may not be ready for the partner that you think you're so desperately want. And then when they come, because you did a love spell, or you paid someone to do a love spell, or, an attraction spell, when they come, you might find that you're not ready for what you thought you desperately wanted. So now the relationship is on, it's rocky, it's chaotic. It may not have been the right timing for love in your life. You may have wanted it. Maybe you were looking at other people, seeing that they were in relationships, and you felt like you were tired of waiting. It happens. Everybody feels that way at some point. Like, where's my soulmate? And then you do a love spell, and then you might find that you aren't really ready for a relationship like you thought. Things aren't really, maybe you're not financially stable. Maybe you're not mentally stable. And another thing I'd like to mention with these love spells is, like, when they do work, and then you try to exit that relationship that you did a spell to get, it might be really hard for you to get out of that relationship. It might be a lot harder than normal, to end the relationship. Now, I'm not exactly sure why it happens like that. Why it's so difficult sometimes to end a relationship that you got by doing spell work or magic. One of my theories is that the spirit that you petitioned, let's say you petitioned a particular spirit for this love spell, when they might, see what you're doing and teach you a lesson. The spirit might become invested in what's happening. They become invested in your life because you came to them and you asked them for a partner. And so this spirit is looking at you, assessing all the things about your personality that might be blocking love, all the things about your personality that prevent you from being in a relationship. And the spirit may become invested in helping you overcome that. And that might be a very difficult process. It might be a very uncomfortable process. So you might find that it's not easy to get out of that relationship that you asked the Spirit for, that the Spirit brought to you. And in that case, you'll have to most likely contact that Spirit and speak with them. Or if if you did the spell yourself, you might have to contact that Spirit, invoke them, speak with them, and find out, what's going on. You might have to get more information from them, but and see, okay, what's the deal? What do you want me to learn about the situation? What do you want me to see about the situation? So yeah, doing a love spell is serious business. Okay, it's serious business. Another thing I want to mention is that if you do a love spell and you receive a partner from, a spirit helps you to find a partner. Okay, someone to get married to. You achieve this by magical means. You have to be, okay, now this is very important. You should not cheat on that partner. Okay, you should not cheat on that partner. If you cheat on that partner, bad things can happen to you. Now, if you were someone and you cheated before and you didn't face any consequences, okay, that was different. That was then. You may not have asked a spirit to help you get a partner. You didn't do any love spell. But when you do a love spell and you go and you petition a spirit, for example, a lot of people petition Oshun for love, Astarte, Aphrodite. I mean, there's many different spirits that deal with love matters. And so you petition the spirit for love, and you get it, right? That you get somebody's sent to you that wants to be with you, that wants to make it work with you, that's willing to marry you and all of that. And then you cheat on them. There's going to be more consequences. There's always going to be consequences, but you might face some very dire consequences. It's not going to be pretty. Now, the thing about the consequences that you face, though, they will be spiritual in nature. These are paranormal consequences. These aren't typical consequences. You'll know the difference. It'll be very obvious to you that this is a paranormal consequence, and that this is not a normal consequence, that you were being dealt with spiritually. It'll be very clear. You'll face like instant karma for what you do. If you disrespect that partner, or you cheat, well, especially cheating on that partner, it's really, it's especially the cheating, the cheating on that partner that really, really violates a spiritual contract that you basically signed in some form or fashion when you did that love spell and you petitioned that spirit. So if you're gonna cheat, if you're gonna lie, if you're gonna give that partner a hard time, you're gonna be fucked with. Most likely you're gonna be fucked with. So that being said, just be sure that you want to be in a relationship before you do a love spell. Be sure. Be ready. Like, don't force things. You need to, think about it and say, hey, am I really ready for a relationship? Is this really the right time for me to be in a relationship? Because it's on and popping when you do these love spells. These love spells can be very and it may not look like the spell itself that you do. You might think that, all I did was write on a piece of paper 15 times. and say this. I said these words. Man, I mean, it could be as simple as that. Or, if you do a big offering, a big spell, or maybe you pay someone for a spell, okay? Maybe you pay someone for a spell who's expert level practitioner. They do a spell. Or maybe you do the spell yourself. You might know how, you're familiar with the use of herbs. You're familiar with the use of, different essential oils and things like that. You know how to make love oil. Maybe you know how to make your own love oil. Okay. Maybe you know how to, call in love to you, whatever. Okay. And I do personally think that when you do these love spells yourself, I think it's ideal for you to learn how to do spells yourself. Although practitioners, it's great to, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you got to go to an expert, but, you do these spells. If you do a very elaborate spell, that's going to be more powerful results. Okay. Like if you do a big offering, you do a big offering and a very elaborate spell for a partner. That's more energy that's put into that spell. Okay. Maybe, especially some people do spells over the period of 7 days, like a 7-day love spell. Okay. That's a very powerful, that's going to be more powerful spell. So your results will be more powerful. Okay. More powerful, bigger results. And so, just be careful with these, love spells. Just know these things that I'm telling you are absolutely true. Okay. These are absolutely true. You need to be careful and be sure before you do a love spell. Just consider these things, Consider these things. You don't want to do a love spell, especially when you involve a spirit. When you involve a spirit, man, okay, you really got to be careful. When you call on a spirit to help you with your love life in some form or fashion, get your ex back, or, something to that nature, maybe you wanted to get your ex, but maybe you wanted to just call in love, whatever, or a particular person. And, and then you get that person, if you are the one who starts messing it up, okay, there's going to be some kind of spiritual consequences. There's going to be a spiritual backlash, because a lot of it is like, well, wait, you said you wanted this, like, you don't even know what you want. And that could anger the spirit, or the magic that's in place can just go haywire just because you did X, Y, and Z. So all I'm saying is just to be sure about it before you do it. And, that's all I want to say. I hope it was helpful for you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more spiritual content that I'll be uploading about working with spirits and becoming a better spiritual practitioner, or with your magic in general. Just help with your magic in general. Thank you.